Tonight on SmackDown Live AfterBuzz TV After Show, it's our last AfterBuzz of 2017. Clash of Champions breakdown, presents, and year-end awards. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Time to break down the last AfterBuzz SmackDown of 2017 live on the AfterBuzz TV YouTube page, AfterBuzzTV.com, iTunes, SoundCloud. Liking, subscribing, telling your friends about the wonderful world of AfterBuzz TV as we break down SmackDown Live this week and the last one of the year. I'm Christian Rosenberg at Will Rosenberg, Instagram The Will Rosenberg, ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg, ColorandElbowBrand.com, promo code Rosenberg, save yourself 10%. Whole crew is here for the holidays. First off, the lovely lady to my left at Gabrielle_Loren. It is Gabby Loren.
Hey guys, happy holidays! So glad to be here again, but I'm gonna miss y'all next weekend.
I know.
Or week, I should say.
What are we gonna do? We'll have a week without getting to talk to each other about SmackDown.
Oh please, I could just call you.
Okay. I'm counting on that, you guys. Over on the other side, at Tom the Com, Tom Connolly.
I'm not expecting you to call me or anything.
I wasn't gonna.
Okay.
So. And feeling very festive in his Hardy Boys ugly sweater / sweatshirt. That's Scott Narver. It's Scott Narver.
Happy Hardy Days, everyone.
Ah, you woke up for it.
I did.
It's adorable.
I did take a nap today.
Oh,
but I
good
feel
for you.
Fresh and woken. Yes,
Excellent.
indeed.
All right. Last SmackDown of the year, fresh off the heels of Clash of Champions this Sunday, and with the major news that happened on Raw that impacts SmackDown, we have so much to talk about. Year-end awards. So we should probably just stall and just spend time just rambling because we got all the time in the world for this.
You got it. Let's talk Impact Wrestling.
Oh,
Okay.
all right, so we kick
Eli-
off SmackDown with Dan O'Brien. He talks about the big announcement, which we're going to talk a little more about later with Charlotte, but about the Women's Royal Rumble match announced.
Woo!
Well, yes. Yes, indeed.
Oh, he's raging.
No,
He's already
that,
raging.
that was not a rage.
That was
What?
a rage.
That was
yeah.
a celebratory.
I'm never quite sure of your calls.
And also announces tonight's main event of a six-man tag of Jinder, Owens, and Zayn versus Orton, Nakamura, and AJ Styles. Shane McMahon comes out. He breaks down what happened on Sunday. There was quite a bit of chaos in that dual ref tag team melee.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. Shane breaks down everything. Brian says how he did what he did to protect Shane from himself. A thank you Daniel chant then breaks out because Shane doesn't want Owens and Zayn to have their job, but everyone else does. And Daniel says he believes in a shared vision of the land of opportunity for everyone, not just the people you like. Shane warns him that Owens and Zayn are just going to stab him in the back. And Daniel's like, wait, are you just saying I should have done what's best for business?
Oh.
Because I don't want to see Shane O'Mac turn into Mr. McMahon. So if you want to fire someone, fire me. Shane then wishes him luck on the show, shakes his hand, and leaves the ring. Yeah, it was tense. It was really tense.
Yeah.
It's close. You wish someone luck, but if you wish them luck on their future endeavors, that's a firing.
Right. That's what I thought he was going with.
That's what I thought too. I was really nervous in my seat, sitting at the edge. But thank goodness he said, I just respect you and trust you to handle the rest of the show.
For now.
For now.
Do you think Daniel Bryan could ever get the power to fire Shane McMahon? There could be a mutiny of sorts?
Yes.
Board of
think so?
directors?
I think
Yeah.
so. He just needs Stephanie on his side. Stephanie already hates
Well, that
Shane.
ain't going to happen.
Yeah,
Stephanie won't
why?
side with
You don't
Daniel
think
Bryan.
so?
Why wouldn't she?
Well, yeah,
Against
as
To get
her
Shane
brother?
out.
As Gabby said, she hates Shane.
Yeah.
But what would Daniel signing with Stephanie would be the equivalent of him signing with the Authority.
No, I don't think
Well-
that. I think it's more him siding with the
What's best for the business.
the power of McMahon to do something.
I think we need Linda.
We do.
We need Linda.
She's busy. Sorry.
Yeah.
She's never coming back.
But I want to kind of mention something that, Scott, you brought up last week, and I think on the pay-per-view, it really showed it too, because you brought up how he moved around as a ref last week, and he, like, slid down on the ground. Well, hey, on the pay-per-view, it wasn't like a power bomb or anything like that. but he got hit and he fell. So it's just like they're slowly letting him do things, which is a big deal.
It's weird. It's definitely weird to see the untouchable one is being touched.
Yes.
And he pushed Shane.
Yeah.
Like there was like, all right, he's pushing people back. Like, where are we going with this? I don't know. Like last week, still. I mean, I would I want to see a match between the two of them? Yeah, I would. Like, I think that would be a good WrestleMania match. Daniel Bryan versus Shane O'Mac, for control of SmackDown.
Daniel Bryan just has to move constantly as Shane jumps off things, and he'll be fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just wonder when it's going to get more heated. Because actually the opening of tonight's SmackDown Live wasn't that crazy. It was not as chaotic as I originally had planned for, coming out of that match where Daniel Bryan, in his own right, kind of cheated that last count, the 1, 2, 3. But I mean, it was cool to see. I just wish there was more drama tonight.
Yeah, and the thing about the match, at least when Kevin Owens pushed Daniel Bryan into Shane at the pay-per-view, and like Daniel Bryan kind of looked like, oh, I did the wrong thing, when like he didn't do anything. And I wish it would have been explained right there. I wish he would have said to Shane, like, I didn't, like, he pushed me into you. Why didn't they not say that at the pay-per-view?
Shane corrected him something like in a promo. He's just like, at the moment I didn't see it, but so at the time I was heated.
Yeah.
But I mean, Daniel might be frustrated because I was in the wrong spot. If I was on the other side of the ring, then I wouldn't have been in the way.
That wasn't his half of the ring, though.
I agree. I agree.
Daniel Bryan was in the right there. He was in his half of the ring. I just thought it was a weird, at least at the pay-per-view. I wish he would have just, explained, be like, he just pushed me into you. Like, sorry,
He didn't say anything.
No, he didn't say anything. That's why it was just, the way his reaction was not the reaction I wanted him to have at the moment. But I mean, I was happy. It was a fun match, the pay-per-view match, and I'm glad they still have their jobs because the fans clearly want to see them.
Yes, they do. First match of the night: Usos versus Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable. It was a chaotic, weird four-way tag match, but it was fun on Sunday. And branches off into this match, and Benjamin and Gable were dominant. Like, they led almost this entire match, hit their finisher, the powerbomb top rope clothesline. Gable hit his Chaos Theory. That's what it's called. The Chaos Theory German suplex on both Usos. Gable and Benjamin win clean with ease over the tag champs.
Look, there's been a lot of flus going around. It's the holiday season. People are off their game. I think that's what happened.
The Uso flu?
Yeah.
The Uso flu.
Did you guys notice also on the German suplex where Jimmy was thrown over by Gable? He got it so close to his neck area, it looked so dangerous.
German suplex is one of the most dangerous moves in wrestling.
And then when he did it to Jay following, it seemed fine. It was correct. But, I mean, just watching with Tony, my boyfriend at home, it's very, like, he shows me a lot of the technique side of it. And I was, like, cringing when I saw that because I really thought Jimmy was going to hurt himself. It was so high up.
So then do you practice moves on Tony?
Sometimes, but they're not called anything. They're just things I make up.
Oh,
my own wrestling moves.
Patented maneuvers.
Well.
I'm just kidding. Because I don't really know what I'm doing in the ring, clearly. I just pretend like I know what I'm
Gabby's
doing.
moveset coming soon in WWE 2K.
The Gabby suplex.
I just jump and do the jabs. I know how to do boxing, so that's about
Jump,
it.
jive, and well.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's
Yeah, I'm surprised they just really did dominate them. And I was kind of happy. I wasn't, like, upset, though, that the Usos lost this easily. Like, they did, they cheated to win, too. It's not like they just, like, beat them and it was just, like, super clean.
Gable and Benjamin? When did they cheat?
He cheated. He jumped in the ring and kicked him in the face before he tagged himself back in. Benjamin, like, kicked one of the Usos in the face.
Oh, he was on the outside of the ring.
No, inside the ring. Chad Gable was, like, with the ref.
Oh.
And he, like, did some kind of, like, a knee to the face or something. So, I mean, those German suplexes are...
They look so good.
Insane.
Yeah.
I can't believe he did it to Big E.
And Rusev. He did it to everyone on Sunday.
That was insane on Sunday.
Yeah.
If you didn't like Chad Gable, like,
Why?
Before that, I don't know why, but
I mean, you don't have to like him on the microphone. You
Yes.
don't have to like him on the microphone. But in the
Some
ring,
weeks-
you
some
gotta
weeks
love
he
him.
can be
You
okay.
gotta love
Usually
him.
where
Yeah.
it comes from, though.
yeah.
This show is designed it to be that way.
But the bigger story is the chat roll is unhappy that Gabby brought up a boyfriend during
You
the
know,
show.
I was thinking, should I say this? But then you guys wouldn't even know who Tony is if I didn't say it. Oops.
You broke so many hearts over the holidays, Gabby. How could you?
Hey, I'm always looking for friends, you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't make their intentions known. You're just sitting there on your hands. You got to say something, people.
But I will go to prom with you if that's any help.
Oh, there
Oh,
you
there you
go.
go.
There you go. Loop that.
Take that, Tom. You were too slow on that one.
Save that
say
vine
that.
for some high schooler. Someone's going to do it.
I say that because at WrestleCade I got asked to go to prom with somebody. But I mean, he was joking because he was older. But
Well, was it a yes or no?
Was he?
I said yes.
Oh, well,
I would go to
okay.
prom.
We need a
How
camera to
old was
follow
he?
this.
Yeah.
Was he in high school?
Was
No.
this the New Jack story?
No. Oh my God, no.
He didn't ask you to go to prom?
No.
Oh.
I wouldn't go if he asked me. Unless my life was in danger. That's
Well,
about
it is.
It always is, right?
With that guy, yeah.
Should we just get into that story now, like real quick? Might
Sure.
as well.
Want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So as you guys know, if you follow Gabby's Instagram, which you should, and she kind of touched on it a little bit last week, she got to perform and hang out at WrestleCade. It was in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
North Carolina, and apparently she had an interaction with a gentleman in wrestling that some people might know as New Jack,
Oh yeah.
where people would know that he is probably the scariest person in all of wrestling.
The formerly convicted murderer.
Yes. Gabby says she has a story. Honest to God, she has not told any of us this story yet.
I
She wanted to
haven't.
save our reaction for the air. So
Right.
with that said, floor is yours.
Okay, so I was at WrestleCade, and as most of you guys know from watching AfterBuzz, I am newer to wrestling, so I know a handful of people from back when my dad and brother introduced me to it, but I never watched ECW, so I did not know who New Jack was, but New Jack was at WrestleCade. So
Which is the first mistake of
yeah,
WrestleCade.
first mistake of WrestleCade. No, but I mean, he was cool. I mean, he deserves to be there. He has a lot of fans, I'm sure, that maybe want to get his autograph and meet him.
Okay.
Maybe scared too. But at the time, I really didn't know who New Jack was because I've never seen him wrestle. And I, for sure, was not into that kind of wrestling when I was younger. Like, if anything, I idolized, like, Chyna or, like, Hulk Hogan. So I'm at WrestleCade, and this is, like, the second day, I think. We're going around the room trying to get interviews. So there's a few different WWE legends, like old-timers, that I'm getting interviews with, XYZ. And I have two people running around with me. One of them, Selena Majors. So if you know the wrestling world, like, she knows everybody. She pretty much, was born and raised in it. I mean, trained with some of these people. So everybody knows who she is. And then the other guy that was with us, I was working with, WOW, and he and her together as a team were kind of like showing me around, introducing me to people to try to get the interview. Because essentially, I mean, listen, I'm not scared to ask people for an interview. That's what I used to do on the red carpet. You hustle, but you don't know if you're going to get turned down or even if my company wants to get them on camera. So I'm walking around the, room with them, and Selena's running off because she knows everybody. So everyone's grabbing her and pulling her, and then some of the WOW wrestlers are coming with me because they want to meet everybody. And then the other guy that we were with, who is also supposed to be introducing me to everybody, tells me we're going to interview this one guy who is a famous wrestler, who I also didn't know. But then Selena ran off, and I sit next to New Jack thinking this is the guy I'm supposed to interview. Okay?
Oh, God.
Because they ran away from me, and
no.
and I'm stuck with the camera, and they ran. So I sit down
Was the
next to
camera on
New
a
Jack.
tripod?
No, it was someone was holding
Oh,
it.
someone.
Yeah,
oh,
no
you had a camera,
tripod. It wasn't
gotcha.
like we took time to set up.
Gotcha. Okay, you had a
No,
you
no,
had
no.
a camera.
We were
next to it.
running,
Okay.
literally, it was like a rush. We were running
Gotcha.
around the room.
Okay.
So it was kind of like when she left and he was nowhere to be found, and he just told me, we're going to go over here, get this person. And I thought they were pointing to New Jack. So I sat down next to New Jack. And then I'm like, so I think I'm about to interview you, like the camera's right there. And I say, I didn't know his name, so I called him somebody he wasn't pretty much, which was so
Who did you
embarrassing.
call him?
I don't even remember at this point because it was someone I didn't even know that they were like, you're going to interview this person.
Okay.
And it was nobody that I actually interviewed.
Okay.
Like, so no one in my pictures, nobody like that. But I sit down and I call him the wrong name, and I'm like, oh my God, I literally just committed suicide, like right now. Sitting next to him. And at the time, I didn't even know who he was, but he was so scary because he was just sitting next to me, staring at me, and he had scars all over his forehead, and he just looked super rough. And then I'm like, oh my God. And then this other guy standing up next to him was like, you don't know who he is, do you? And he's like, this is New Jack. And I told Tony this story afterwards because I was like literally wanted to like crawl in a corner and die after that. But I had some really good interviews post, so it was fun. But I told Tony this story because I was like, this was like the craziest thing that's ever happened to me because I like can't believe I like did this with like the scariest looking man in the room. And he was like, no, you don't understand. He's like, this man, and exactly what you guys said, is like a convicted murderer. Or not convicted because he got off, right?
No, he served his time.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Because Tony was telling me
I
that.
thought so. I thought that was the story.
That he got off.
Oh, okay.
Chat roll at the.
But there was
sure.
I guess there was like
Jack's
4
criminal
different
record, please.
incidents where he had like committed homicides and stuff, something like that.
Well, he
So-
admits to it openly.
Yeah, exactly. And so then Tony had me watch a documentary that he was in, and I think it was the one that we were talking about last
Beyond the
week.
Mat.
Beyond the Mat. I think that he was in it, and they covered parts of ECW. It was either Beyond the Mat or something else, but it was a section with New Jack, and it like I was seeing him stabbing people and like all this kinds of crazy stuff in the ring.
Yep, you
and
hung
I'm
out
like,
with him.
I'm like, I cannot believe this happened with this man. Like, what did I do?
Wait, so what did he do when you asked when he's called
I
the wrong
mean,
name?
he didn't.
Did
He
just
wasn't
say-
mean or anything.
Oh,
He's
okay,
just like,
Madame,
He
that is
just-
the
he
incorrect
had-
name of myself.
he had a very intimidating look, and he was staring at me, and his face was all scarred, and I just remember thinking, oh my God, like, you know, what's gonna happen? I was so scared, but I was even more freaked out after Tony told me, like, you don't even know who this guy is, like, and he showed me all these videos in his matches from ECW, and I was like, you know, that's not my style, what ECW was. I would never watch anything like that. I know obviously there's diehard fans for that stuff, but I like wrestling now and today, and also what it was on WWE, WWF, not ECW, because it's violent and scary. And so anyways, it was just really funny, and Tony was telling me how he was a murderer and all this stuff, and then how in this documentary he showed me, there was a clip where he said he had short-term memory loss. So I was like,
You're
great!
hoping he forgot. You're hoping he forgot.
He'll never remember this happened.
Except that this is on videotape.
Exactly.
And,
No, it
And
isn't.
he's right outside the door. Come on in.
special guest, New Jack, come on in. No,
But it was-
oh my God, no.
If we're
It was
doing this show on
crazy.
videotape, we got problems, man.
You can get it on VHS soon.
But, you know, side note from that, like, so it was an experience for sure, and I really hope you forgot. But,
Chat roll wants Tony to take on New Jack in a match now.
but
letting
that's
you
so
know.
funny. And by the way, I did interview Jim Cornette, who is cool. I interviewed Jimmy Valiant,
That's cool.
which was also awesome. I interviewed Jerry Lawler, obviously, Teddy Long, SmackDown.
Yeah.
So I got some really good people, but that was like the weirdest thing, and I was like,
That is I'd be terrified of ever meeting him.
yeah, I was terrified, but then it turned into this like joke afterwards after I saw all these videos and stuff that me and Tony were just cracking up over like, this had to happen with this man.
Tony got so over on this episode, by the way.
yeah.
I don't know if anyone
He's
knows
getting
it.
a shout out right now.
Yeah, he is. All right, moving on. Charlotte, but that was a crazy story.
That was.
Yeah. Wish you guys were there for it.
No, I do not wish I was there.
Yeah, I'm good.
I do not wish I was anywhere near.
Good.
Charlotte in the ring, celebrating with the crowd on the fact, and we'll take a couple minutes on this, the fact we branched on it a few weeks ago. Women's Royal Rumble, it is happening. We will have it at this year's Royal Rumble. We don't know if it's 20 women or 30 women yet, but we know Raw and SmackDown are going to be involved. Winner is going to get a title shot at Mania. It's a legit Royal Rumble. How excited are we?
10 out of 10
That's pretty excited.
for now.
Moderately.
Why just moderately?
Because we talked about this at length on Compadres, where it's they've basically shot the wad on the chase for so many of the gals. Like Bayley doesn't have the chase of going for the title at WrestleMania for the first time ever, winning the Rumble, and then going for it. Like, she's won the title. She's done this already. Charlotte, Naomi, like so many of the gals who there's been the excitement for in NXT or either on the main roster WWE, the excitement isn't there, so they have to do a lot of story building for that. So I think it's a shame that in the time that we're in, that there's been so many that have just been launched in the title picture to try and build the division, rather than having your Baileys or others going for the chase so long. Alexa Bliss has held it several times. Which competitor is going to be the one that's going to be so compelling that they win it, that they then go to WrestleMania and it means just as much as the male superstar winning it? That's the unfortunate part to me that I don't see yet, but doesn't mean I'm not excited for the Rumble itself.
My one not really argument, but my one thing with that is, I think that adds to the fact that we have no idea who would win this match. Because if you have someone with that
Sarah
story,
Logan.
What do you mean? Roman Reigns is gonna win.
I saw some meme of some Roman Reigns with like a wig on, saying the 30th entrant.
He doesn't need a wig.
But
Rowena Reigns.
but pretty much kind of what you're saying. Yeah, they've all had it. So then we're not necessarily like, oh, well, we know Bailey's definitely going to win this. Oh, we know Sasha's definitely going to win this, because the story wouldn't make sense for it. But being that we don't have that, I think that adds more intrigue, because I have no idea who's winning this as of yet.
I mean, I feel like, someone in the chat room saying Asuka needs to win. I mean,
No,
I
she
think
doesn't.
I don't think she needs to win. I don't think it wouldn't tarnish her, undefeated streak. Like, it's more of her about her being pinned or submitted. So I don't think that would hurt her if she didn't win. Because I think she, like, every Rumble, there's always, Big Show, Kane, Mark Henry, those big guys that everyone gangs up on to get out. Which I feel like
That'll happen with
Nia. But I think that could also be an Asuka too, of them just being like, we can't beat this girl. We don't want her to get a title match. You know what I mean? So, like, if she gets anywhere near a title match to win the belt, she's probably going to win it. So we don't want her anywhere near it. I think, to Scott's point, I think Asuka is the one, if she does win, that is compelling enough to going on to WrestleMania, being undefeated. If she goes all the way there undefeated to whoever she fights, is like, well, is she going to win or is she going to lose? Like, I could see them throwing the curveball, and that's where she gets beat, because it's against the champ. But, I'm happy for it, though. I think it's going to be fun. I hope maybe they do 25 instead of 30, because there's already, like, 20 girls.
Right.
So,
maybe a couple surprises,
yes.
maybe a couple NXT girls.
Trish Stratus.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they need to bring back other people, and not like everyone who's there now.
I wouldn't be surprised if
better be
Medusa's
in
in it.
like everyone that's on the roster now better be in this match, or I would be really disappointed in WWE, because there's all these girls are there. Like, they finally have this match, and if you're there right now and you're not in this match, I would just be like, can I just leave this place?
So wait,
you
does
obviously
that
don't care
mean
about me,
that the Riot Squad is able to get in on it?
Yeah, they're in. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know
sure.
Okay.
what
they'll
Naomi
definitely be in the
said
Rumble.
earlier. Yeah, she's
They'll be in
the
the
match.
She's
Yeah,
just being a hater.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's going to be obviously surprises, and there will be a surprise person that may win. I think that they could pull in a surpriser who takes it.
I'd be down with that.
And what if, like, could a Bella come back?
Yep.
Absolutely.
I think both of them are going to be in it. I think Brie's going to come back for this. I could see Nikki coming out first and then Brie coming out a little later. That's what I think is cool, where you really don't know who's going to be in this.
Right.
Which is a good surprise. If they have 30 women in this,
Karma.
there's a lot of people that could be a good surprise to come back, or new people that we haven't seen before.
But it would also be a great storyline for someone coming back into it to then have a win and be able to take the storyline somewhere.
Just like Batista.
Just like Batista.
Or The Rock.
That was good.
No, The Rock didn't win.
So Naomi comes out during Charlotte's promo, officially declares herself as the first SmackDown woman to be in the Rumble match. And then they're interrupted by the Riot Squad. And they don't even let the Riot Squad talk, which is brilliant.
Oh, come on. You don't want to hear
Sarah
Sarah?
Logan.
Yes,
No.
I do.
I do.
Give her a mic every week.
I just want to see those videos we've been finding on YouTube, thanks to our fans on AfterBuzz, with the subtitles to translate.
So we have a tag match that comes out, Charlotte and Naomi versus Ruby and Sarah. The match itself was fine. No complaints with the match. The story with it after, Liv tried to interfere at the end. Naomi got out of their way. Sarah knocks Liv out of the ring. And then Naomi hits the review on Sarah, gets to win. So already dissension and screw-ups happening in the Riot Squad.
I actually really like Sarah and Charlotte going at it together. They work well in the ring, I think. It was nice to see them instead of Ruby taking over.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. I mean, it wasn't, you know, match of the year or anything like that, but it was,
It wasn't?
Oh, I thought it was match of the year. Are you kidding me?
I mean, we have those awards later on. I thought
I know,
this was it right
I know.
here.
That's why I didn't pick this one. I picked another one. But yeah, it was. I mean, I don't know. Whatever it was, I don't know. It was what it was. I'm more excited about the Royal Rumble. Than
I'm
about
really
this
excited
match,
for the Rumble. I'm really excited for it.
Do we think Ronda Rousey's coming in?
Number 30.
You think so?
Absolutely.
That
there's
would be
25?
insane.
Even if there's 25, she's being number 30.
Oh God, can
Number
that be
20,
the
number
best
25, number
pay-per-view
30.
of the year if we get that?
Well, that'd be for
Well, it'll be
2018.
2018, yeah.
Yeah, so you can keep that in the back pocket for next year's awards.
Yeah.
That will probably be like beyond if she gets in it.
Now it is time for a holiday edition of Christian's Closet. Let's get the music going, because we have a full cast for this Christian's Closet edition. As we have the New Day, Sharon Holiday Cheer. We have Xavier Woods dressed up as a reindeer, Kofi as a gingerbread man, and Big Elf. They're passing out flapjacks, and they got t-shirts, and then all of a sudden they're interrupted by Rusev Claus. And I don't know if English was supposed to be Olaf or was he just Frosty.
Both.
Both, yeah.
Yeah.
But
He was Frosty
they,
Aiden.
they were all very festive. They were all stunning. And I don't know why that's not on WWE Shop. All those costumes.
They could be.
They maybe are right now.
Who was your favorite amongst them?
Ooh, you know, I feel like we haven't seen a Frosty costume, so I was intrigued by English. However, Kofi as a gingerbread man with mittens.
Wrestling.
He could not grab anything.
Yeah, I know.
I was very impressed with that as well. So that's kind of a tie, I guess, for the top. I would say Woods might be in last with this one, just because we've seen the reindeer. You could, maybe
He wasn't
Xavier's-
a specific reindeer.
No.
I think that's what hurt him.
that could have been. If he picked, like if he was Dasher,
Or Rudolph.
or it could have been Rudolph. Any
Yeah,
one of
the
them.
red nose.
Any one of them.
Donder.
Yeah, or Blitzen.
New Day had super cute Merry Christmas shirts.
They
Like their
do.
Christmas themed
The Who
gear.
shirts.
Yeah.
Love it.
Really good. And then we had another. You can cut the music now. But and then Aiden English added an additional holiday jingle.
Are you gonna sing?
Are you sick?
Oh, that's me, right?
Oh, I was actually gonna try to sing, but if you want to go, you go right ahead.
Well, is this the jingle or is this the 12 days of?
No, this was just the old Rusev Day that he
Okay.
did.
No, I'll save my voice for the 12 days of Christmas.
Oh, okay. Because Gabby has a song for us too.
Yeah.
So English went on to sing, "Oh Rusev Day, oh Rusev Day, we challenge you to a contest. Oh Rusev Day, oh Rusev Day, you'll be our next conquest."
I love that part.
It was wonderful.
This is when the Bludgeon Brothers need to show up.
Yeah, I was waiting for them.
No, I mean when you're singing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thankfully they don't have like an honorary member here or anything like that.
But not when I'm singing or anything.
No,
Yeah.
no. They're a fan of you.
Angelic.
Yeah, they're a fan of you. Then we have oh, and Biggie said you flapped the wrong jack, sucker, with his giant flake.
That was great.
That was hilarious.
And I love Rusev when he like pulled on the mask. He was like, "It's me, Rusev." And Biggie was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, I really want to see Rusev and Big E have a whole thing together.
Yes.
Those two especially, because they are the unsung heroes of both of SmackDown and of the New Day, I feel.
Yes. Ziggler Celebration. First time he comes out with the no music. Talks about how he told us so. And if he's like, if you think this win was a shock, you haven't been paying attention for the last 12 years. Now, to be fair, this was probably the most shocking thing to happen on Sunday, was Ziggler actually winning this title. No one thought that was happening.
I did. I said that was happening.
Did you pick Ziggler last
I
week?
did.
Did you really?
Who I picked.
Actually, I
did.
think I
Chat
think
roll,
I
you
picked
remember.
Ziggler, too.
I thought we all I thought we all either picked Corbin.
I
or
picked
Rude.
Ziggler too, so I wasn't shocked at all.
I picked
That's a lot.
Ziggler because I said my theory was then it was going to be Rude that goes after him.
Oh yes, yeah.
Oh, you
Right.
did say that.
did.
Scott was the only one.
No, I think I said that too.
Gabby
I
gets
agreed
it.
with it.
Yep.
What? Oh, yeah, now everyone just take his
Don't
side.
be a
That's fine.
hater.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But what I
thought of it.
what I loved with this was we brought up, hey, let's look in the history books. And we had all these clips of all the title wins that he has had during his career. Because, like, hey, everyone forgets, by the way, at this pay-per-view and this year, I won this title. This one, I won this. This one, I cashed in. And this and this. I thought it was great. And he goes, year after year, I go and appreciate it. You're not worthy of my presence. You don't deserve me. You want something to remember me by. He drops the U.S. title in the ring and walks away.
No,
What does it mean?
I don't know.
That's beautiful
But
that
I
we don't know what it
remember it.
means. Yeah, I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the last we're ever going to see of Ziggler? Is
I
now
don't
we're going to
know.
have the U.S. title vacant?
No, I don't want Baron Corbin to win it again. No, come back, Ziggler, please. No.
But what becomes the point of someone wrestling for titles if they don't want the title? Like, where is Ziggler gonna go from here? What is his role in
It
WWE?
might not be anything.
Yeah.
That might have been his last night for all
I
we know.
think he
Yeah,
could
I know.
be
I don't
getting
know.
laid off.
Well, I don't think he'd be getting laid off. I think
Yeah, I
it might
think
just be a
he's
matter of
leaving,
him
yeah.
leaving. I don't know. He's been there 12 years.
He might just hate what happens with airport security. You know,
That's
taking that
true.
title and through security, and then they go, well, "What's that?" And he's like, "I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna leave it here and let one of the recruit
He
guys
has so
do
much
it."
exactly.
experience with it.
He's smart. He gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on, put it on a truck and just drive it to the
Yeah.
next place I'm gonna be at.
The
and give it
ring's
to me
gonna be there.
Exactly.
Put the title in there.
Just wrap it up in the ring, and we'll be good to go.
It's just hard for me to believe. Like, I know he's pursuing comedy, but he doesn't have a family yet or anything. He's not, married, so it's not like he would be leaving to pursue the family life, unless he had like a comedy deal come up or some sort of.
He's also been in one of the WWE films. He's been in Countdown.
Yep.
So he's got
So you think he could be just taking a hiatus to do a WWE, movie or something?
pursuing something like
Yeah.
Jericho has been so successful at it. Roddy Piper back in the day used to be so successful at
But
it.
that's not necessarily giving up a contract, though.
Chowrell just brought up a good point. Maybe it's just to tease a new U.S. title design,
That's a really good theory. I like that.
Ooh.
Like yeah.
which would be cool.
Yeah.
Also, he
what
shows
could
up
they
next-
use for design? Well, there's the U.S. flag, the
Okay.
United States title.
Okay. There's like the country.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is he dating Kennedy? Is that right? In chat room?
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes, Mr. Kennedy.
My God, the scandal.
That's
Damn,
Kennedy.
promotional.
The amount-
From MTV?
the amount of blonde hair dye.
Yeah,
Dear
that
God.
That's what it says in here. I don't know.
Oh.
Well, it must be true.
Yep. If the
I mean,
Chowrell saying
yeah,
it, it must be
exactly.
true.
I mean, I'm not sure what he's gonna. It's weird for them to give him the belt and then him just go, okay, I'm done. Like, I got the U.S. belt and now I'm gonna leave.
That's what Edge did at WrestleMania.
That was the world belt, though.
Yeah, and he just up and left.
He just up and left due to injury.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can't wrestle anymore.
Yeah.
Walked away. No, I think it is intriguing.
Yes.
Dolph is one of those guys that for the last couple of years has getting that reset button hit constantly, where they're doing something. They're doing something. Him and Miz had that amazing program. He even did some great stuff with Ambrose all throughout SmackDown.
Yes. Yeah.
And then it just doesn't ever amount to anything, where it's like, oh, I'm going to be the guy that hates all the elaborate entrances, and then we sort of get a reset on that again. It's a guy, he's getting the Wade Barrett syndrome right now, where it's we are led to believe we're gonna be having something with him, and then it just goes away. So I totally understand his frustration, and I like them playing it out on television so we believe it.
Yes. I think it'd be a cool storyline of him just being like, I'm not showing up until I want to show up, and then Daniel Bryan or Shane being like, listen, you're still kind of technically U.S. champ. You have 30 days to defend it, so you have to show up, at this pay-per-view to defend it. If not, you lose it. And, like, that's all we... Like, he never shows up on SmackDown. We only see him on pay-per-views.
Oh, the Lesnar rule.
Like almost him just being like, I don't care. Like, I'm not showing up on SmackDown. Like, I'm better than this. I'm already the champ. And then he just shows up and dominates at the pay-per-view and then just leaves.
This is what Baron Corbin, everyone thinks he does. If he did this, would you be happy?
But I think Ziggler is much better in this position. But it's like you don't hear from him. I don't know. It'd be a different storyline at least. I don't know. Throwing it out there. Because I would
we'll
just
say there are a lot of questions with it.
Yeah, because I'd like to see him just at least if he's gonna keep the belt, like just be super like a dominant champion of just being like he already says he's the best. He cannot wrestle everybody. Blah blah blah. Like just show up and that's all you do. You don't cut promos. You don't wrestle any other matches. You only wrestle when you have a championship match.
I like the way they're spinning this though, because if it isn't that he's leaving or getting fired, we're left guessing. So they're obviously doing their job right.
Absolutely.
So, kudos to SmackDown Live then.
Daniel Bryan's backstage with Sami and Kevin Owens. They give him champagne, but Bryan tells him he doesn't drink. And again, bringing up history, calling back, and Kevin's like, no, we know why you did it, because you wanted to finally get back at Randy Orton from all those years ago, where he was the focal point of the authority, and he's the one who really screwed you. And Bryan's pretty much just like, shut up.
He called them delusional.
Yeah. but I love, again, that they brought something back with it. So I enjoyed it.
I can't believe they bought him a bottle of champagne.
Did you see them celebrating at the paper?
It's too funny.
It was great.
New Day versus Rusev and English. First off, they're all wearing the same outfits for the physical match. Where, like we were saying, Kofi with the mittens, running around in a match, not able to grab anything.
Why wouldn't they? You know?
Yeah. And he runs around because he's a gingerbread man. They can't catch him. They get Rusev's Santa sack and start tossing T-shirts into the crowd, and then discover a pair of Rusev Day boxer briefs.
Wait, what does that mean for the actual, Christmas week? Does that mean there's going to be more gifts to be thrown out of a Rusev Claus bag?
Well, the next week will be the day after Christmas.
Yeah.
So?
It'll be Boxing Day, so they could still do.
Well, I mean, hey, Monday's Raw, but maybe they could do something special on Tuesday because it's the week of.
And they might.
Yeah.
We shall see.
It'd be that Christmas hangover day.
Yes. Yeah.
But then, obviously, the most painful moment of this match, the most sickening, probably spot of the year, if we were to give an award.
It was devastating.
We have a plate of flapjacks. We have lots and lots and lots of whipped cream. And one single cherry.
That was, like... he couldn't have done that any better. That was brilliant. I don't know if he came up with that idea or someone told him to do that, but that was like Jericho level stuff right there. To be like, open it up and you think he's gonna pour the whole thing on, he just takes out one little cherry and puts it on top.
And he does it like a move where he's gonna smash it with his fist, and then
Yep.
Rusev's got it.
He
got
does.
He's doing such great
He
detail.
is so over right now. It's crazy. And now the game went into who is going to be punished by having their face thrown in to this delicious mess that's on the plate. They try to throw Xavier into it, but he counters, and Woods and Kofi together deliver a flapjack on it in English into the flapjacks.
The only thing I would have changed would be to at least open my mouth for that. I mean, come on. Don't you want to eat it?
Maybe he's allergic.
Whipped cream is terrible for the voice.
Yes.
Is
terrible.
Is it now?
No Broadway star will be caught dead with whipped cream.
I had no idea that was a thing, to be honest.
That's not. I'm just
Oh, okay.
half suffice saying
maybe,
here's
you know-
total garbage.
Maybe if you're going to gain weight from it, but...
All right, everything.
It was. I normally am not a big fan of these kind of matches.
It was
where
hilarious.
Because
Where
you
you
just
just
people wasting food.
yes, exactly, of course. People throwing flapjacks into the crowd.
Terrible.
But this was a lot of fun. But I also think it was the people that were in it.
They were having fun.
Yeah, it
Yes.
made it a lot more fun. It wasn't like, I feel like anytime I'd be like, why? Like, the New Day's so over. Like, they don't need a win in this match like the other guys do. But it just made perfect sense, and it was awesome. And Rusev is like the best face on the show. It's like
And he's a
AJ
heel,
Styles,
technically.
and then Rusev, and then Nakamura.
So to answer AJ's question in the chat roll, the flapjacks, what else? I mean, that stuff makes me hungry watching this every week.
It's true. It's true. Main event, 6-man tag. Orton, AJ Nakamura versus Jinder, Sami Zayn, and Owens. It's a fun 6-man tag. end of the holidays, or entering the holidays, we want the crowd going home happy as they go with their mom, dad, grandma, cousins, aunts, uncles, talk about the wonderful time they had. Where
Is
they
this
watch.
Sarah Logan talking right now?
Yep. Gotta go to
Mammy
Grandpapa's house.
Grandpappy.
Sitting in a rocking chair.
Grandpappy, I had a match on SmackDown and I lost. Charlotte Flair. Because of that Liv Morgan.
No, but usually we don't know what she's saying, so that was a bad impression.
Sorry.
We have
I thought it was actually pretty good. I'm surprised I stayed in that.
we have
that long.
an RKO on Jinder. We have a phenomenal forearm on Owens and Kinshasa on Sami Zayn. Heroes win. We celebrate. A SmackDown goes off the air.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on who's your hero.
Yeah, exactly. My heroes didn't win this match. The losers won this
John
match.
Cena.
Yeah, exactly.
John Cena was
Yeah.
not involved in this match.
Oh, I
at all.
can't wait to see him next week.
On Christmas Day Raw, right?
Yeah.
Christmas Day
I
Raw.
hope I can see him. It's going to be really hard, but, he only comes one day a year.
So here's another thing. I also really like this match because I got to see Orton and Jinder go at it again, but without the distraction of cages. And, I mean, the Singh brothers got involved for a quick second, but it wasn't like, an end-all, be-all because of their involvement. And I like seeing the technique behind the matches and what these wrestlers actually could do without the entertainment factor. So I liked this match for that reason.
Yeah, I mean this match was fine, but on Sunday, I think over the summer, AJ was going against Jinder the whole time. That title reign would have been way better than him and Nakamura, and who did he go against first? I can't even remember now. Him and Orton went against so many times. I mean, that match was fun on Sunday, the main event, and it was good to see Jinder throwing him around like he did the first time they wrestled was entertaining to watch, and it was actually a good story of the match, and it was fun. And I just think, Jinder kind of got the short end of the stick on all that because
Jinder got hindered?
Yeah, he did. He did get hindered.
Specifically,
But that's the third day of Rusev. 3 unhindered Jinders.
Oh no,
man.
Speaking of which, as SmackDown comes to a close, Gabby has 12 days of Christmas AfterBuzz for us.
Yes, I do.
So we need to hear this, and then we got to get into our awards.
Unexpected.
Yes.
Yeah.
We joked about it last week, and then she actually did it.
Yeah, I did. And they're good. Okay.
I can't wait. Ladies and gentlemen, the microphone stylings.
12 days of Gabby.
Is it? Yeah. What is? Is it just 12
Still
days?
the 12 days of Christmas.
Still the 12 days. Okay.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
It's reinterpreted by
Just start from number 12 though.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my AfterBuzz crew gave to me a microphone that says WWE. On the 11th day of Christmas, my AfterBuzz crew gave to me a stocking full of merchandise tees, preferably New Days. On the 10th day of Christmas, my AfterBuzz crew gave to me a Kevin Owens pop-up power bombing. On the 9th day of Christmas, my AfterBuzz crew gave to me tickets to WrestleMania 34, not 33.
Yeah, those that would be. I can get 33 for a bargain.
Yeah, of course. On the 8th day of Christmas, my AfterBuzz crew gave to me a WWE Glow title like Naomi. On the 7th day of Christmas, my AfterBuzz crew gave to me Charlotte's moonsault skills to take out Natty.
Nice. Nice.
On the 6th day of Christmas, my AfterBuzz crew gave to me one of Scott's jokes with a lifetime warranty.
Ooh,
Hey,
that's
that's a stiff gift right there.
Those don't exist.
On the 5th day of Christmas, my AfterBuzz crew gave to me Tom's 3D printed belts for just me.
Nice.
There you go.
On the 4th day of Christmas, my AfterBuzz crew gave to me a Bludgeon Brothers hammers from the Wyatt family.
Oh. Oh.
Mosquitoes.
Yes. On the 3rd day of Christmas, my AfterBuzz crew gave to me Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon as special guest referees. On the 2nd day of Christmas, my AfterBuzz crew gave to me a Christian's Closet fashion nominee.
There it is.
On the 1st day of Christmas, my AfterBuzz crew gave to me the best gift of all, a slot on SmackDown Live's AfterBuzz TV.
Yay! Well done. Well done.
Awesome.
Did not think you would actually do it, and you
Did you
sang
guys
up
like
to
it?
him. That was
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
good.
Awesome.
Very good.
Take that, Rusev.
Yeah. 8 in English.
Guys, I have to change my SmackDown Moment of the Year award because that was it right there.
Best moment.
Best moment of the year. So with that, we should get into some moments or some awards. So we thought of 3 awards. We didn't have to go too crazy with this. Of course, our year at AfterBuzz is coming to an end. We want to know, obviously, what you guys think were these award winners, but we're going to give you our breakdown. So first, let's talk about what we felt was the SmackDown Match of the Year. Match of the Year.
I'll go.
Go for it.
One that was totally unexpected. I never thought I'd be giving praise to a kickoff match. SummerSlam of this year, the New Day versus the Usos, and a match that people just assume would be on the main card, but they showed that they deserved to be on the main card, and then from there got the Hell in the Cell match. This match was just amazing. It was so good that people were talking about it in the pay-per-view. Not just in the recap, but saying how good it was. And it was great. You didn't know who was going to win. And it was fantastic. That match was so good.
I agree. That was my match of the year
All
as
right.
well. It was one of the best tag team matches I probably think I've ever seen. These guys were like, "Oh, you're putting us on the pre-show? Are you? Is that what you're going to do? You're going to put us on the pre-show? Well, screw you guys, because we're going to blow this whole card wide open." And that's all anybody was talking about after that pay-per-view.
What do you say, Gabby?
Those are all really good choices, but I'm very basic. And, it's hard to rack my brain of all the best moments because I've had a lot of fun ones, looking back on the things that I liked on these shows. But Hell in a Cell for me, Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens.
Okay.
I'm in love with Kevin Owens and his character and storyline. You guys all know this by now. So everything's pretty much geared around him.
Listen, Gabby, he has a wife and you have a boyfriend, all right?
I know, you're so right. But come on, it's just I can dream. A girl can dream, right?
I have 2 honorable mentions of AJ and Cena. And
We can have honorable mentions.
well, because I just think of it because I just
I
want to
would
talk
like
more.
to credit everyone on the
No,
roster
but
with the following.
also,
honorable
and I'm
mentions.
surprised Scott did not say this. Randy Orton and Luke Harper was an incredible match.
It was very close.
Yes.
It was very close.
My pick though for match of the year is New Day versus Usos, Hell in a Cell.
Okay.
Their Hell in a Cell match because
Really good.
there were so many things that we haven't seen before in that match that were displayed in there. And that was, to me, probably the most violent Hell in a Cell match of the PG era. And I was very, very intrigued by it. So that was my pick for that.
No, Orton and Harper had the wrong ending to that match.
I
I
can
agree.
understand that. SmackDown Moment of the Year. I'll start this one since I went last on the other one.
How many honorable mentions do you have?
Well, I was torn between 2. I was really torn between 2. But I feel like one of them is probably going to be the more obvious one. So with that, I'm going to choose the other one. And that was Kevin Owens, Frog Splash, and Vince. The fact that Vince is 70 some odd years old and taking a frog splash from a man in his prime just baffled me. So that was probably my shocking moment of the year.
So to follow that up, I chose when Shane McMahon ran through the audience, got to the concourse, and Kevin Owens powerbombed him through the merch table.
All right.
That was a good one too.
You can go, Scott.
All right.
I'm still contemplating.
Mine was I was there live and it really hit me really hit me hard. Backlash Chicago when Jinder Mahal won the WWE Championship from Randy Orton.
That was the one I was torn between that and yeah.
Completely shocking. People say, "Oh, I saw it coming. I knew it was going to happen." Yeah, you had a 50-50 shot at that. Good job on you. But it was the fact that it happened, and we saw the regime and the title reign that was Jinder Mahal, that they actually went through with it. From the match of him winning the 6-pack challenge and them following through, it was just a moment that I will not forget.
Tom?
I'm going to have to say the second women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
What, Carmella won again?
Yeah, yeah. Because the first one was good and very shocking with Ellsworth and everything. But like, we've seen these women evolve, like with the Rumble and everything, and it was so awesome to actually see them in that match. And I thought it was a fun match, and I'm glad Carmella won. So.
All right. And finally, the SmackDown Superstar of the Year. Could be male or female. And I'm just giving you guys a heads up.
Or an Ellsworth?
Or an Ellsworth.
Okay.
Giving you a heads up, I do have a top 3.
You're totally defying your own rules of. You're pulling a Kaufman on this.
Well, I have my winner. I have my winner. If you don't want me to share the others, I don't have to.
Yeah, seriously.
You
come
do
on,
it after
we got time.
after the fact, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because what if
Yes.
you're just naming other people?
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, Scott, you start.
Well, you know, there's so many good ones. There's so
That's
many
true.
people that have come into their own character. I don't want to name them all in the way that, you know, you're going
That I
to
would.
for all your
Sure.
victories, but it's
Sure.
obvious of who the top superstar is. It's the Bludgeon Brothers. As an obvious candidate to be an honorary Bludgeon Brother, it's them. Repackaged, can do no wrong, and they are undefeated.
That is true.
They are the undefeated superstars on SmackDown Live.
Your weapon this week, it smells almost like Christmas tree, like pine a little bit.
Yeah. There's definitely some pine on here.
I was thinking it smelled like blood.
Well,
Pine blood.
yeah.
Pine
The blood of pine.
Yeah, tis the season.
Tom.
There's only one person I can think of.
Sarah. From the Riot Squad.
Don't spoil it.
I'm like Sarah who? No, Liv Morgan. It's the person that built this house, AJ Styles. This guy has been every match he's in is good. He hasn't had a crappy match since he's been in WWE, to put it that way. And this year he's been amazing. And I mean, when I look at the poster of Clash of Champions and I see him and Charlotte, like if I wasn't really into wrestling, I'd be like, what is that all about? Because those two people look like, you know, they can just like kick ass and they're awesome. So like, why would I want to watch? And why, like, he's the perfect person to represent SmackDown.
Gabby?
So you guys are ready now. I mean, come on. Kevin Owens! It's the Kevin Owens show. SmackDown would not be the same without him. I'm sorry. You know, there's so many main events he's done. He's opened the show. I mean, I just don't see a better storyline right now, honestly. He's one of my favorite people in WWE.
I love the fact that all 4 of us have a different choice. My superstar of the year is the Usos. They
Aren't
went.
those 2 people? Just kidding.
He chose the Bludgeon Brothers. He chose Bludgeon
Yeah, you're
Brothers.
right.
They're only
I was
one
just
person
messing
though.
with
They're a
That's
solid
right.
unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's.
They're brothers.
Yeah. And mine are literally twins.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They went from being a really good tag team, and in 2017 they became a must-see attraction. They all of a sudden, with the change of their look, the music, the attitude, the promo skills that they developed this year, and obviously we've been talking about their matches that they had with New Day, amongst others. They solidified themselves as the best tag team in the WWE this year. And to me, 2017 cemented the fact that the Usos one day will be Hall of Famers based on this year alone. So to me, they are superstar of the year, or superstars since day one-ish.
Brazango, close second.
Yeah,
For me.
I did.
I mean, I can't.
I would say though,
You know.
I was honestly torn with Naomi as well
Yep.
because this was really her year. She's like the most over female on the roster. Her WrestleMania, her entrances, her Mania moment. A lot of
She
people
won
kind
the
of
title at Chamber, got injured, rehabbed, came back, won in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
exactly,
That's amazing.
exactly.
And
So-
she has the best entrance in WWE.
yes. So
Both
she was
shows,
right there.
Like, that is the most awesome entrance. I think one of the most I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have did a male and a female,
Yeah.
like not just one or the other.
But
who's your female, though? Who would you pick as a
they're
female?
all superstars.
Yeah, but they get separate rumbles.
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Yeah, so we got to pick one. I picked Naomi too. So
See, I've always loved Naomi, and I think I've seen her improve, you know, over the last few years. Not only that, but the whole idea behind her glowing belt as well, and bringing
Yeah.
creativity to WWE. And if Divas does have any truth to it, I mean, she created the glow.
I'd go Carmella.
Yeah,
Carmella's
that's
been
another great one.
exceptional
too.
this year. She, you know, her true personal feelings of working with James Ellsworth, don't know what it is, but they made magic on screen.
That's true.
Like they did, they had such good chemistry and they made so much fun stuff. She's just been so good stepping up in the ring and stepping up on her promos. So I think Carmella's outstanding.
Yep. So with that, those are awards. The only thing left that we can do this year on AfterBuzz is presents.
Yep.
It's present. It's gift time.
You
It's
don't
gift
deserve my
exchange.
presents. Right?
No,
That's
no.
what Dolph Ziggler told us.
No, it's a different type
Yeah, I'm
of
taking all these
presents.
back. They're mine, actually. I'm keeping them.
The closed captioning.
Well,
said-
Tom's already got his Santa sack ready.
Are we supposed to be opening these on
Oh,
here?
oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yes.
He demands it that way rather than we actually
Yes.
give each other
Yes.
things personally.
It
It
must-
wasn't human foods?
No, it
I'm
wasn't
just
even-
kidding.
Yeah, it's in a
Meal
refrigerated
prep?
bag.
Yes.
Should I be worried?
First off, Tom, I'm confused because the card on this has someone else's name on it.
Read it.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Read it out
I guess
loud.
I'll open it
Is
anyway.
he supposed to announce that?
Yes,
No.
yep.
Chat roll. What do you think that name might be?
That present's only for somebody else. So.
I hope they think it means boss.
Go ahead, you can all open it. Go ahead,
All
open
right,
it.
let's open. What do we got? Oh, a pop guy. One of these pop
Oh,
guys.
sweet.
I got AJ Styles.
Oh my
this
god, I
is
saw these at Wrestle
awesome.
King. You got me a Kevin Owens! Oh my god, you're so sweet.
Scott, which one did you get?
Mick Foley.
That's
is the best.
This is fantastic.
God,
It is
that looks
phenomenal.
so
Even
cool.
it is phenomenal.
Oh, I'm having such a nice day.
Fantastic. Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome. You're welcome, guys.
Oh, Scott's got. I gotta open my bag over here to get my gifts ready.
All right, here we go. Here.
Oh, Scott.
I thought in your song you were gonna say a Kevin Owens pop, and that's
Oh.
when you started, and I was like, oh,
We
Jerry
were
got one.
close. We were close.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank
Love
you, Tom.
the WWE wrapping paper.
Again,
Yeah,
you
no,
have
yeah.
2 names on here, Scott. I see Christian
Can I see
Rosenberg,
this?
but who is this other? I don't
No,
understand.
no, I think it
You
says
guys
something before
definitely
Christian Rosenberg.
talked before
I don't
this.
understand what's happening
No,
with it.
these great minds.
All right,
Yeah.
let's see what we got
Great
here.
minds.
Oh, let's see.
What is?
This is great for the microphones.
It is.
Oh my
audio.
God! The Cesaro Thwith Thyborg T-shirt.
Well, this
This
came
is
true.
That's amazing.
This
is
was
awesome.
in my 12 Days of Christmas.
What is that one?
Merchandise tees.
Nice.
Your original favorite. I went with
RKO.
OG because I know you had a Kevin Owens shirt. So
Well, he's still a
This is
favorite.
awesome.
It's
right,
never
right.
gonna
I
not
just
be a
wanted I
favorite.
wanted you to have the rounded out wardrobe.
My RKO.
Tom, tell me what you
I
won.
got Angle.
Is it Kurt
Yeah.
Angle?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like- I'm like-
One of,
I'm like
it's one of the
Kurt
Rob
Angle,
Schamberger ones.
Yes, awesome.
And apologies for both of yours when they arrive the way they did. Like yours was encased in plastic, but sometimes when they just pack them separately, the WWE, they just smell like vinegar straight up.
Oh yeah, mine.
Like it's just
Just how I like
mine's
them.
good.
Yeah, it does actually. It's kind of funny.
yeah.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Scott.
You're very
Let
welcome.
me
Nice.
let me get
I don't have
mine
any
over
Kurt Angle
here.
shirts, so.
I am terrible at
Going off the
terrible
old list.
at wrapping gifts, so I just put them in bags.
Is this for Hanukkah?
Yes. It's for,
Rose and
it's for
Boy.
Tom because it has a T on it. This one is.
That's
for
not my name though.
No, that's for Gabby. This one's for
It's a
Scott.
That's what I'm here doing now. So that's not my name. However.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Ow, it bit me.
A Kurt Angle shirt.
No, it's, yeah, same exact shirt.
Now I'm all stocked up on merchandise.
Nice. Yes, I don't have a Sami Zayn shirt either.
Let's see.
Best day ever.
Fight anyone. KO!
Nice.
KO T-shirt.
This is my
for Gabby.
second KO in life now.
Baron
KO shirt.
Corbin. No. A Nakamura.
Nakamura.
You have so many shirts and
Nice.
there's not a Bludgeon Brothers. I'm like, I don't think you have a Nakamura one.
There never will be.
Yeah, no. Soon enough. Soon enough.
Never will be.
Nice.
Okay, so
Thank
I'm the
you.
last person.
Yes. Oh,
I
Gabby,
just gotta run to
Gabby's
the
gift.
store real quick.
Oh yeah, Gabby's gifts are over, so she has to run off set for a split second.
Sure. Vamp.
I just want to thank everyone for this wonderful
Save
year.
more
Oh,
of
she's
your
back. Thank
honorable
God.
mentions.
Okay, I didn't
We
know
won't
what
be
to.
here next week, just so everyone knows.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll
If
be
you
here.
couldn't figure that out yet,
Yeah.
we're off next week for the holiday.
Okay, so guys, I
Yes.
have WrestleMania tickets. Just kidding.
I was like, whoa.
I'm like,
No.
I'm like, Gabby wins.
Right?
Gabby
Could
wins
you
Christmas.
imagine? Actually, it's not a bad idea. But anyone have hookups? So I have cards for you all. But I'm gonna extend the 12 Days of Christmas to our next episode for a real gift.
That's fine.
So,
Oh.
Tom,
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
again the names.
yours is right.
hey,
But
Christian. Look at
inside it's different.
that. Why? I don't understand.
Thank you, Gabby.
Thank you.
Oh,
You're welcome.
should
Do
we
you guys,
should we read
do
them
you
out
want to read
loud?
them? You can read them.
Okay.
You could show them too because they're very pretty cards.
Oh, I like these cards.
Scott, please burn in the darkest pits of hell. Can't stand
You're not gonna
you.
read what I
Can't
wrote
stand
there.
your
Dear-
attitude.
Dear Christian, so grateful to be working with you in AfterBuzz. SmackDown greater than Raw. Love always, Gabby. Aww. Thank you.
Dear Josh,
Thank you, Gabby.
where would I be without you? And
You
your
know I
favorite
did not write
AfterBuzz.
that.
Oh, it says Scott. I'm
No,
sorry.
that says Tony. It
sorry.
says Tony.
It actually says Kevin Owens.
Where would I be without your humor at AfterBuzz? SmackDown and Wrestling Podcast would not be the same without you. Too many more shows together and a happy holiday season. Love, always, Gabby. Thank you, Gabby.
You're
And mine
welcome.
says my first day from main event to SmackDown Live. So glad to have a friend.
I should have said day one-ish, by the way. I didn't get that.
Is
in there.
H day one is H? Yeah. To have a friend like you to host with and go to 90s concerts with. Yep.
Because we've already done 2.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
I love you guys, seriously.
I love you
Love
guys
you
too.
guys.
This is honestly my favorite day of the week. Is coming to watch SmackDown.
Rusev
and
Day.
Talk about it. Every Tuesday's Rusev Day to me, because we get to talk about it. All you guys that listen and watch on YouTube, you're just as big. Or actually, I should say, you're a much bigger part of this than the 4 of us here, because it's because of you guys that we're able to do this show every week. Thank you guys for your continued support. And if you think we have fun in 2017, just wait. 2018's coming up. We got 2 Rumble matches, Mania. All that fun stuff. So thank you guys so much. In the meantime, over the holidays, we'll be off for 2 weeks. But Scott, where can people reach out to you?
You can reach out to me on social media at Scott Narver. You can check out the feature film that I'm in, Dave Made a Maze, available on DVD, Blu-ray. Makes a great stocking stuffer, by the way. And it's also available video on demand and on Hulu. So you can watch it there as well. Check that out. And also youtube.com/onyourmarkshow. The funniest free shoot interview series you'll ever see, starring Marky Extreme, who invaded Impact Wrestling offices. You want to check that out. Crazy Steve, whether or not he's his dad. And this week, Madison Rain one-on-one interview. So check that out.
Nice. Tom Connolly.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at TomTheCom. And happy Rusev Day.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Gabby.
You guys can find me on Instagram at Gabby.Loren and on Twitter at Gabrielle_Loren, or follow me on my YouTube channel.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Uru Rosenberg, Instagram, the Uru Rosenberg, along with those Dave Made a Maze DVDs. Another great stocking stuffer would be ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. Or maybe ProWrestlingTees.com/Wrestling Compadres, ProWrestlingTees.com/On Your Mark. Is it OYM show or On Your Mark show? What is it? Do you
On
know?
YouTube? Or,
Yeah, the Pros and Tees.
OIM show.
OYM show. And of course, for all your other AfterBuzz TV news and gossip, follow them on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV. Thanks so much for tuning in. Happy holidays. Have a safe new year. We'll see you guys in 2018. For Scott Narver, Tom Connolly, and Gabby Loren, I'm Christian Rosenberg. See you later.
Happy holidays!
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer